Welcome back. Sorry. Okay, so I made some changes to the whole code. Go back to the code. So I asked the AI some questions. So for example, there was first of all, this needs to be PID instead of starting from 1. That's not correct. I don't know why, but when I changed this to 0 and I added this thing PID equal to 0, continue, then things became better, much better. For some reason. And then here in the vision, I asked the AI for help, and I mean, I didn't realize it, but the thing is actually that we have to convert all the coordinates of, for example, when we are calculating arctangent, we have to convert all this coordinate to a global coordinate. So we have to say, for example, minus player position. If we don't do that, then the angles are not going to be as accurate. So that was the only problem here, and then it's okay now. Of course, I have the older version of the coordinate here, which I'm gonna remove. And for now, these things look good. I'm gonna show you how the running code looks like. I will just remove some of the spaces here. Okay. Big build. And here it is. So you can see that things are looking better. I mean, the offsets look really close to each other, which is I mean, a little bit of a problem maybe. I don't know, when drawing the triangles and stuff, but we will have to see how things go. And then when I move it, the rays completely change. And yeah. So the raycaster, I mean, the general form is almost finished. Now the only thing left is to draw the triangles. And then there could be some bugs there, but we'll have to see. Let's do. Okay, I can do a bunch of other platforms. I can add a bunch of the platforms here. So, for example, so the position, I can put it 400, 250, 200, and then this could be 300, 400, 100, 200. Okay. Let's run it. this is okay. I mean, a little bit too close to each other. I think I'm gonna make this 600. And then this one 400. Okay, 600, maybe 700, so that we are not inside the block. One, 500, 450. Okay, now let's now add triangle drawing. How do we do that? So first things first, we have to here in the vision, there's a function which is draw player vision. This thing is and then there is the hit, okay, whatever, throws the rays and stuff. But right now, I don't want to draw any hits anymore. I don't want this as well. I just want to draw the triangles. So how do we do that? First, we have to do sort all the hits by angle, and then draw all triangles starting from the first hit. Okay. Now to sort the hits, I have to search for the how to do it. Okay, well, I will ask AI how to do sorting in Zig. And okay, let's see if this works. this should sort, and then okay, it seems that it's not gonna work. Corner. Okay. Okay, I will for v that hits that items and print angle like a slash n delete that process that exit. Okay, let's see if this works. There's an error. There are two errors. Okay, G is not used, so and the other error. Oh no, okay, this is a tuple. Right? Oh no. Now it's okay. Okay, so the sorting seems to be working. Yeah, it's yep, it's working. It seems to be working. Okay. Now that it works, I want to draw it. We do it. We just say for oh, so here we keep the loop. But I want to print. I want to say rl dot draw triangle, and then okay. So this one is a little bit tricky because we have to go anti-clockwise. I'm not sure. So there is the player position first. G dot player dot position 0. Of course, I have to put them in T dot F2 I32. Right? Okay, let me see what this triangle needs. Triangle needs Raylib vectors. Okay. So T dot to RL vector B dot G dot player dot position. And then Okay. Where I use size equal to 0. Make this a while loop, and until I is then I think -1, right? And I plus equal to 1. Okay. Then here I'm gonna make it yellow for now. And then this should be I plus 1i. Okay. I mean, and then the last one, I'll draw triangle, draw triangle. The last one with the 0th element. Okay. Let's do this first. We do compile. Okay. So the problem is that, wow, okay. It's actually beautiful. The problem is that it's drawn over the player. We have to draw the player after this, after the vision. Draw player. Vision. Okay, draw player vision. Vision. Okay, draw player vision. Wow, I didn't think that it's gonna work. It looks good. That was crazy. So the problem is that, for example, this shouldn't be drawn. Okay, how to make that happen? So I'm gonna first do. This is the first time I'm making this working. Like, I don't know, it's like, it's not, I'm sure it could be much better, much more efficient, and many other things. But this is the first time I'm making a working example of this thing. So I'm pretty happy for this. Now to so what I'm gonna do is first okay, working vision limited to non-platforms. I'm gonna commit this so that the whole code in GitHub is updated now. Okay. Now, is there a way to improve this thing? The first thing that comes to my mind is that it could improve to be like to consider only drawing tiles that are inside this vision area. Then how should I do that though? Okay, so if I am okay, so I save all the hits with their platform ID. I can I can um I am saving all of that in the vision. What I can do is to update the draws to use that its array list every time, and then draw only platforms that are in the hit. Either that, or I can make a what else I can do? I can do but then it will be weird. It shouldn't be. So I don't know how to make sorry. I don't know how to make this thing as smooth. Like this is quite good right now. But honestly, it's amazing. I love it. But it's just not. It's just not exactly what I want. It's amazing though. I mean, I can keep the code here and I create another project in which, because this one I don't want to touch it anymore. Like, a small project that I wanted to do and it's finished. Now I will create another project where I will try to find a way to make platforms behind things just disappear somehow smoothly. But I don't know how to do that. Like, I can make this a texture, I guess. So there are a couple of things. I can make this circular. So it's like a square right now. I can make this circular by using shaders. Like there's a simple way by introducing a shader. I can just cut out all the extra stuff here in the corner. It would look like a circular vision. That's the first thing. Then the second thing is to add this, somehow make this a little bit more smart in such a way that, for example, here when it's inside the rectangle, it shouldn't show these things outside. Like it should be completely black. Like I want to be able to do that also. Like only um, draw platforms in hit list. And that's actually quite interesting. But then I want it to be smoothly, like they shouldn't pop up immediately after light. And like they shouldn't be completely, like for example here, this part of the platform shouldn't be seen. So it should, I don't know how to make this though. I can add a little bit of, I don't know, maybe, is there some other way to do this? How do I do this? It looks good though. I honestly like this. I mean, it was a good experience to learn a lot of things. And I also learned by now that the tiling system is much more efficient than the grid system that I'm doing. It's just that with tiles, I'm gonna have to choose like platforms in the tile, like all the platforms should be in a tile shape. Like they should correspond to tile snapping. Where here I can make them as small as I want or as big as I want. I can also do a tiling version of the same thing. It's gonna be a little bit boring. What else can I do right now to improve this? I can try to say, for example, that platforms shouldn't be shown, but then I don't know, it doesn't, I don't know how to improve this thing anymore. Like, it's done, but it's not done for me. I don't know, I don't feel like it's over. I have no idea how to improve this in such a way that, for example, here, like this platform is not even in the light, like this part. It shouldn't show that. And then this platform should smoothly fade when it goes to the ends. So I'm not sure how to make that happen. I guess I have to have multiple layers of drawing. So for example, there is one layer of the drawing that draws these platforms, and the second layer of drawing should be this vision thing. And then I do somehow make them make it work as a shader, like somehow make the shader recognize this thing, this light, and then from there, I don't know. Oh, there is an interesting thing. So for example, if we could make it work with the shader, for example, I cannot draw here, but I can maybe, okay, so I can ask the shader somehow, if I give you a polygon. So for example, this is a polygon, right? So the drawing thing will be a polygon. I'm gonna give you a polygon, and then you're gonna extend the edges by some fading factor, um, with some distance. Like if it extends them a little bit, then it's gonna be okay. Then we can have that kind of effect that I want, and then use that as a mask, and then automatically the other side of this platform is not gonna be right. I guess that should be the thing. So I just need to implement a simple shader that does this thing. And I haven't worked with shaders as much, so I guess that's another learning experience. But I honestly don't want to touch this code, so I'm gonna probably create a new project and keep this like archived code. That's how much I am happy for doing this. Finally, it's finished. So I'm just gonna. This is the first time I managed to do the raycasting thing work. I mean, I asked a lot of questions from AI, but then there are like the questions were on some very tricky stuff that I couldn't really easily figure out. Yeah, so I tried to do it by myself, like many of the things. And that's why it's not as efficient even. Like when you look at the code, it's a mess. But still, I'm happy it's working. Okay, so what's next project? I don't know what to do next. I guess I'm just gonna add some shader stuff to this. And then yeah, somehow I have to pass this thing somehow to the shader. I don't know how. Like this yellow thing. It's like 2 layers of drawing. I don't know how does it work with the. How can I make this a 2-layer drawing so that the first one is like concrete platforms, and the second one would be like to pass this light to the shader and ask it to, you know, add some smoothing to, yeah, and it has to do it like a circular fashion. It shouldn't be a polygon as I expected, because we want a circular vision. We don't want, I mean, yeah, we want this to be, yeah, I have no idea how to make it. So it's like a, I guess I have to work with the um shaders and stuff. Yeah, that's it. Make this look professional a little bit. Okay, so did I update GitHub code? Yeah, I did it. So I think it's okay for now. There's nothing to be done for now. It's just that, okay, I can start the shader work right now a little bit, just make it work in the code. And then, yeah, I can do that for a little bit, and then I can end this stream. But then I'm gonna do another project though. So I don't want to touch this code. Um, I'm gonna name it platformer. Oh no, let's do it simple because I'm gonna use it for running the code a lot. Ray. But then I have to create this folder. New folder. Array. Okay, I'm gonna create. Not gonna create. I'm just gonna go there. Copy paste everything there. Before doing that, okay, this doesn't work for now. I can make this. No. There's no view for desktop. I don't wanna. Okay, well, it's okay. I can go. There's nothing there. This documents, in my documents, there should be. What's the name of this thing? Rogue, Ray. Okay. Zig in it. Okay. And then I go there. Okay, why this doesn't work? I have to create another one. Window capture. Create new. Oh, yeah, of course. Thank you. But then what's why is this not showing? Oh, that's okay. I mean I have to do this I guess later. Why is this like this? I don't know. I don't understand. Whatever. Okay, we go back to this one. I have to go there and then just copy paste everything that I have here. I have these two and basically the SRC. I'm going to copy them, paste them here. Replace files and destination. And I want to remove all the extra files. Okay. Well, that's fun. Okay. This is that. Okay. Good. I will create I will create the new repository. in GitHub. I will name it exactly the same, pre-ray probe description. Okay, this is to work with shader, just similar to Zig Ray, which to have 2D platformer collision and vision. Almost. I didn't finish it completely. I didn't finish the collision yet. But I mean, I'm gonna say this was for vision, but here I am going to try to add shaders. Okay, repository with this, git ignore. Do you have a Zig? Yep. License, I'm gonna put it MIT. Very good. Publish repository. No, not private. Oh no, okay. I will change it later. Okay. I will change it later. I'll make it public. Okay. So now I want to add shaders to this thing. How do we do shaders in Raylib? I don't remember. I can ask AI again, I guess. Raylib cheat sheet. Shader. Okay. Begin shader mode, end shader mode. That's okay. Load shader. File name. SS file name. VS file name. Shader from memory. Set value. Oh, just a second. I will just do Zig build. Okay. Zig out. And pre-ray.exe doesn't recognize as an internal or external command. What's happening? There is Zig out, right? Um, oh, okay, I see. Okay, I should name the, well, I can just keep the name of the project, the same thing. Okay. So it's working for now. Same thing. It's okay. It's cool. I just need to make it work with shaders. Okay, let's go do that. And to do that, I think I will open it in Visual Studio Code. We want update. Open file. Open folder. Was it this one? I think it's this one. I have shaders and stuff set up. Okay. And then source, there was, where is my, there is this main, geometry raycaster. Okay. Not game, maybe. Okay. Load shader, no. Okay, I need to make a file glsl. And for example, that vision, I see. I will copy this code. I will come here. I will create a folder named assets. That's, I will create another folder, shaders. And then I will create a file, vision.glsl. That's it, right? And then copy paste. Yeah. Okay. So that's our shader thing here. And then how did we do it? I will, here I started, first I defined a shader for the game. Here I will go, okay, game.zig. Here I will create shader. this one, right? There's, oh no, okay, it's not a pointer. I see. Not a pointer. It might return an error. So I'm gonna do this. Game dot setup here, yeah. G dot shader is equal to this one. Okay. It will load the shader, this one. After loading this, I will put a print just so that this is okay. Okay, there's a player, position, location, radius, location, resolution, location. Okay. Render some texture. Okay, and we don't have the camera set up here. Oh no. And that's like copy. And then here on after this, I will do that. I will make a distance just to remember where these things are. And then it's here. Okay. Load the texture. My setup, I will put this here. Okay. Shader stuff. Okay, screen width is exactly okay. What do I do now? I go here, layer position, begin drawing, clear background, begin mode 2D with the camera. Okay, there are rectangles, and then end mode to the end drawing. So first I do the drawing, right? And where do I do shader here? I don't see how do I do it. What is this vision visible segments? So this is a mess of a code that I created. I mean, not completely, but you know, well, I had I had some help from AI, but I created this a while ago, which had a lot of bugs and it was not working. But I remember I made the shader work, so I don't understand what's happening. There is the sort. Okay, what was I looking for? Draw visible segments. Draw visible. Okay. There are endpoints, corners. Okay. But that's funny. This doesn't have any drawing with shader. Maybe this one had. Okay, so you have begin mode 2D. You do the drawings, and then you do end mode 2D, and then end texture mode, and then you do the shaders values stuff. And then you do begin drawing again. Clear background 2 times. That's a little bit weird. Oh yeah, okay, I see. One is for the texture, the other one is for shader. Begin shader mode, and then you do Draw Texture Pro, render texture, source, whatever. Okay, there is some stuff that I don't understand. I have to understand them, how to use them and stuff. So I clearly understand that there are two types of, we have two drawing calls. One is for, we draw the texture, and then we draw the shader over it. And then before that, we passed some of the values here, set shader value, like there are some variables in our GLSL code here. For example, vec2, like this player position radius and resolution. I have to set all of this from the Zig code, and then yeah, everything is done by Raylib. But then yeah, there are some details that I don't completely understand. And it will take a while. So for example, what I'm doing here, this is my own code, by the way, and I don't understand what I'm doing here from a month ago. Yeah, I want to understand what's happening. I want to be missing stuff. And then I would have to ask AI and stuff like details. Yeah, it's gonna be so now I will end the stream. Next time I come, I will try to do the shader thing, try to make this lighting work, make it a little bit more professional, like at least the looks could be better. And then when it's done, I don't know, I will decide to do another project, or I may try to rewrite this a little bit more efficiently, like the whole code, like the collision and stuff. Maybe tiling would be better, easier. Yeah, and it could be playable after some time, I guess. So I'm not gonna be this weekend. Like I'm not gonna be here tomorrow and the 2 days after. I will be back hopefully Monday 10 a.m. on around 10 a.m. on with the Central European time. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It will help and support our channel a lot. And see you around again. Take care.